class. Excellent. Um, and so I try to remember to record the classes and then they're posted onto YouTube. If you go onto YouTube and you Google my name, you will find my channel. And then most of the classes are there. And you might just like a particular segment of it. A few weeks ago, we did some tapping, which is really good for stress relief. So you might want to just go in and do that little bit of tapping, or maybe you like the warm-ups, or maybe you like the floats. So just know that those are there. If I ever forget to record, somebody feel free to remind me. Okay, so the three treasures in Chinese medicine and Taoism are body, mind, and spirit. The body is often referred to as the temple. And so the three treasures, you can kind of think of them like water, H2O. H2O comes in many forms, where it could be a frozen block of ice, it could be a flowing river, it could be steam. So the same thing with our three treasures. They're all the same substance, but kind of different densities, if that makes sense. So the body is the most dense, it's the most physical. And so it's important to realize that our energy system needs a place to reside. So we want to take very good care of our body. The next one is it's called mind. A lot of times body, mind, and spirit. And in Taoism, there's a term heart mind because it resides here. So if you think of the storage reservoirs, we have our lower dantian. You've probably heard of that, coming from your center. Then we have this is the middle dantian. And so how it's our creativity, it's our goings about during the day. And then the last one, the spirit, up here. This is our consciousness up here. And so we do a lot of work on body. We start out with the body, it's the most dense, then we move, we get the chi flowing, and then the upper dantian, our spirit, is the most refined. And how does life operate best? When all three of these are flowing together. If you think of horses carrying a cart forward, if they're all kind of like working in unison, that's when we are body, mind, and spirit in same direction. That can be good. And so let me just see if there's anybody else to let in on Zoom. We are good to go. And so let us start out just checking in with our body, with our mind, with our spirit. And so I invite you to sit in an upright position with your spine straight. And soften your jaw, soften your eyes. Ideally, both feet flat on the floor. And take a long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale. And just arrive in the moment and really feel into your body. Feel your feet contacting the floor. And just bring your attention upwards into your ankles and legs and knees. So anything a little extra owie? Is it tingling? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it sharp or dull? And we're just noticing what we notice. Coming up the legs into the hips, really feel the weight of your body on the chair or whatever you're sitting on. Come up your spine, your low back, wrapping around to the abdomen, taking a long, slow, deep breath again into the abdomen. Full exhale, coming up farther up the spine, rib cage, in between the shoulder blades, wrapping around to the front of the body. Another deep breath. How does that feel in your chest? Letting your attention wander down your arms, elbows, wrists, fingers, palms. Any difference from side to side? Coming back to your midline, neck, into your skull, then into your face. And then just kind of snapshot that for a moment. We'll do some Qigong and come back and check. Bringing your attention hand over your lower abdomen. Let's check out our storage house here. Take a breath and see if you can make your abdomen expand. And then as you exhale, pull that belly button back towards the spine. And just do that several times, noticing what you notice. How does that feel? Bringing your hand over your heart area. Now see if you can breathe in and out from that area, our middle dantian. Long, slow, deep breath. Full exhale, letting go of any tension from the day. What do you notice about this area? Is there tightness and constriction? Is it free flowing? And then very gently bringing your attention up to your head. You can have your fingertips on your scalp or front and back. Kind of experiment. Try the front and back, try the side to side. What helps you anchor your attention here? And then as if you can breathe into your scalp, deep inhale. Full exhale. What do you notice? Do you have a headache? Is this strange sensation, not getting any sensation? We're just noticing. And now snapshot this whole thing, wiggle your toes, move your hands, and let's do some Qigong. And we'll come back and check and see how Qigong kind of affects body, heart, mind, spirit. And so here comes a point in class where I encourage everybody, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Do you want to stay seated? Do you want to stand? It's up to you. Everything can be modified. I will try to offer modifications. It's very difficult in these chairs, I will say. And so you might have to get a little creative, but just do the best you can. And again, remember, nothing we do should hurt. So I've been sitting a lot this afternoon, so I am going to stand, but you check in with your feet, your knees, your back, and see what you feel like doing. So let's just start. This is very, very physical warm-up. We'll start circling the joints. We'll do, I never count. 6, 7, 8, 9, one way, and then go the other way. And with these movements, go ahead and do it for a minute really fast. And now slow. And so when we go slow, you'll find you can make a much bigger circle, and that's beneficial. Let's do the hands. We go out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And then we have some fun with it. We do one at a time. And just last week we were catching fireflies. I'm getting ready for my trip back to the Midwest that will be just in time to see the fireflies. And so just go across the body, go up, go down, just have fun with it. And again, there's no way to do this wrong. We're just warming up our brains and our joints. All right, let's do some shoulder rolls. So we're going to do this again very slow. So bring your shoulders forward and kind of round, and then up towards the ears, and then back and down. I just got a snap, crackle, pop. Inhale, exhale. And this should feel delicious. Many of us just have locked shoulders. So see if you can really exaggerate the movement. If you're sitting on a chair, I'd invite you to scooch forward because the next one, we're gonna do big circles. And so you're gonna need a little space. So we're gonna just go up, out, and around, up, out, and around, and have some fun with it. See, right now I'm crossing left in front of right, and now I'm gonna try to do it the other way, which feels very strange. We tend to have very habitual movements, and so try to alter. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. A few more times. Full body movement. One more time. If you ever have 3 minutes and want to do Qigong, do what we just did. Do the joints and the wrists and this, gets you breathing, gets your brain. You just did 3 minutes of Qigong. I can feel myself already getting a little warm. Now we're going to work on our spine. And so our spine has 7 vertebrae in the neck. Hi, Susan, come in. We're just getting started. 7 vertebrae in the neck, 12 from your shoulders down to the bottom of your ribs, and then 5. We don't move our spine enough. If you have chronic aches and pains, try to move your spine. Your whole nervous system is housed through there. So the first one we're gonna do is seated or standing, you can do, but if you're standing, have a nice wide stance, and then we're gonna lean forward, chin stays up, keep your eyes on the horizon, and then when you get about here, tuck, drop your chin, and then round your back, and then slowly ripple up, and then here, I bring my shoulders back. So it's exhale down, drop, round. I'm also tucking my tailbone. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. And so this is really good for the spine. It's like you're massaging each vertebra. There's muscles that run along the edge of the spine, lots of muscles connecting. And so this is a wonderful massage. So we're gonna start out with a fairly big movement like this. And now we're gonna do the same movement, but just go a little less. So now I'm just tilting to about here, but same thing. I'm tucking, rounding, tucking my tailbone, and then coming up. And continue, but make it even smaller. Now I'm hardly tilting forward, but this gets the whole spine, ribs in between the shoulder blades, and settle. All right, so we did front and back. So now we're gonna do some twisting. So hands at the level of your middle dantian, and turn. And inhale to the center, exhale as you twist. And the secret to the twist, everybody come back to the center for a minute. The secret from the twist is that I start here at my low back and hips, and then I do my shoulders, and then the last thing to go is the neck. So start low back, now add in your shoulders, and then finally your neck. And just go back and forth, kind of like wringing out a washcloth. And now that we're kind of warmed up, Make sure that you're doing your neck. See how far behind you can see. One more to each side. And come back to the center. So I can really feel my neck is kind of stiff, and a lot of us just are so used to not even really turning around anymore. And so we wanna do that a little bit. So let's do a few neck mobilizations, still working on the spine. So I want you to raise your left hand, and then the right one comes down here. So it's a nice X. And if you're standing, make sure you're really, really grounded. And now you're gonna look up at that upper hand and just feel your neck stretching there. And then keeping that same orientation, now you're gonna come back to center and look down at the other hand. And just go very slowly. Don't be in a rush with this. We're kind of exploring the range of motion. If your arms get tired, you can bring them down a little bit. And one more to each direction. And bring your arms down. Isn't that a good one? It really gets in those muscles. We have all these muscles connecting our skull to our shoulders and spine. So I felt very lopsided though. So let's do the other direction. And so looking up and holding it for a moment, and then slowly rotating down, looking down, back and forth. And no particular breathing pattern, just anything that feels good to you. If your shoulders or arms get tired, you can bring them down. And coming back to the center and down. So, oh, that feels better. So we've done front and forward, we've done twisting. So the last one is side to side. And so you can do this with your shoulders if you like, or if it's comfortable for you to bring your arms overhead. My feet are staying flat on the ground, but it's like I really want something on the top shelf up there that's just out of reach, and then go to the other side and reach, stretch, and reach, stretch. And again, no particular breathing, but we're just going side to side. And if that hurts, you can just do it with your shoulders. And now that we've done the stretching, now you can do it a little faster and leaning and just really working the sides of your body. And one more to each side, and bring your arms down. And so we've done our spine, we've done our neck, we've done our shoulder, and so let's move down into the legs. And why don't we, I'm gonna sit for this one because it's easier to demonstrate. You can do this sitting or standing, whatever feels good to you. Somebody, I can't remember who, if it was somebody in this class or another class that I teach, we're gonna work on our knees, and they called this, instead of Qi Gong, they called it Knee Gong, which I thought was so cute. So let's do a little knee gong. And so what we do is take your hands like this, and then on a count of 3, we're gonna rub our hands together, but I want you to concentrate. Look at your palm, and you're gonna, in between your ring finger and your pinky finger, you're gonna specifically concentrate on those points. Those are acupuncture points, believe it or not, on the palm of the hand, and they're called fire points. So ready? Bring your hands out, and on the count of 1, 2, 3, clap. And concentrate and rub and generate some heat. My hands are getting hot. It feels good, generating some chi. And now put that warmth into your knee. Should feel really good. And now we're gonna massage. So start with your fingers and go on the sides of your knees. And do this in a way that feels good to you. Should not be, it should be like, oh, it feels so good. There's not a lot of blood vessels in the knees. And so by doing this, by adding the warmth, by adding the vigorous massage, we open the capillaries. So now I'm going to go above the knee. These are our quadriceps that come down. And so above the knee, and then we go down below the knee and right over the kneecap, or patella, as it's called. And again, do it vigorously, but do it in a way that feels good. And now, hands behind, and get those calf muscles. And I'm just picking my foot up for the people at home. If you want to keep your foot on the ground, you can. Calf muscles are very, very tight on most people. And then the back of the knee, above the knee, those are your hamstrings. And so get all of that. And then we're going to do tapping. So we tap, 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 tap. Front, side, below, above, back of the knee. You can do it patting like this. And tune in for a second to the difference between the side you just did and this one. It's a big difference, isn't it? It's amazing. So again, that's another perfect routine. You're in the morning, you're waiting for your coffee, do a little knee gong, right? Getting ready for the day. Thank you, knees, for carting me around. So let's do the other side. So we're gonna clap on 1, 2, 3, and go for those fire points. And put that warmth into your knee and start the massage. And right on the knee, and then sides of the knee, above, below, behind on those big calf muscles, right behind the knee. There's lots of nerve endings there. And then on those hamstrings. And then let's do some patting and experiment. Which feels good? Do you like this one or do you like that one? Just have fun with it. Okay, we're gonna move down to our feet and ankles. So for the ankles, just do some circles, one direction, other direction, and switch feet. Jeannie's doing both at the same time, getting bonus points. It was because I wasn't paying attention. And feet on the ground. And now pretend my hands are my feet, and we're gonna scrunch up our toes and then relax. So scrunch, relax, scrunch, relax. I'm getting a little cramp in one of my feet. You too, it means that we haven't done this enough. Hi, Bill, come on in. When you come late, it means you have to sit in the front row. Not really. Okay, so let us stay seated for a moment and let's go back to our meditation. How did this, we've been doing Qigong maybe 25 minutes or so, and let's just have a little check-in and see what's changed, what stayed the same. And when we do these scans, I just invite you to do it in a really compassionate, curious way. So sitting, if you're in your chair, you might want to sit back so you feel really supported. Feel the weight of your body on the chair. And starting in with your feet, are you getting any sensations? Are they tingling? Are they achy? Left and right side different? Coming up to the legs and knees and hips, feeling the weight of your body on the chair, going up your spine, low back, mid back, in between the shoulder blades, going down your arms, elbows, wrists, hands. What do you notice? Pay special attention to your hands. Coming back to your midline, abdomen and chest. Take a long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale. And just noticing what you notice. Where does the breath flow? Where does it feel stuck? Coming to your head, neck, face. And now let's check the 3 centers again. Hand over hand on the lower dantian over our belly. Take a breath in and out from that area. Hand over hand on the chest area. Long, slow, deep inhale, as if you're breathing from this area. And just linger here a moment. Any emotions coming up for you? Are things free-flowing? Are they blocked? And then up to our head center. Experiment with the hand position. And breathing fully. Your essence, your spirit. And snapshot this, wiggle your toes, move your hands and arms coming back to the room and just noticing how did that Qigong affect you, kind of our warm-ups. It's just good to know. So just move in any way that you want to move, anything, check in. And so we're going to move now more into our flows. And so again, here comes a moment in class, check in. How are you feeling? How's your energy resource? Do you feel like standing? Does it feel better to sit? Very personal decision. So you do what is right for you. I am going to stand. And then we'll flow and move for a little bit, and then we'll end class with a guided meditation. And so let us begin with a movement that's called opening the flow, all right? So seated or standing, you want to have a really firm foundation. So if you think of body, mind, spirit, the foundation here is our hips and our feet. So for anybody, actually, whether you're seated or standing for a moment, bring your feet and knees together and just feel what that feels like. This is not a bad stance, but I don't feel totally centered and grounded. Like somebody could come and, just apply a little pressure, and I could go like that. Now, bring your knees out, bring your feet out. Feet are generally not pointed out, but they're generally not locked forward either. It's just what, we all have different hips and knees and that. So just a little bit wider. Everybody here sitting and standing, everybody looks really, really good. And so contact your feet for a moment, really feel your feet connecting with the earth, and then your hands are floating just off your thighs. And then for a moment, I told you there's no way to do Qigong wrong, and there's not, but I'm going to show you a more beneficial way to do it. So for a moment, lock out your, like make your legs tight and make your arms tight, and mechanically bring your arms up and bring your arms down, and bring your arms up and bring your arms down. One more time. So this is not bad. I would consider that more of like a warm-up. Now we're getting into the flowing part. This is more the restorative. So make your hand, like your arms, as heavy as they can be, and make your wrists as floppy as they can be. And now inhale up and inhale down. It's beautiful seeing everybody do it together. And inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And these movements are intentionally done very slow. This is relaxing for our nervous system. Thich Nhat Hanh once said, when my body slows down, very often my mind will slow down. And we also very intentionally inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, the reason why is this is very relaxing for the nervous system. And if you notice with my hands, notice how far my hands come up. Just about to the level of my heart. Opening the flow. So now we're going to add 2 more directions to it. This is called opening the flow to the 6 directions. So this one we're doing is above and below. And so now we're going to add in, inhale, and then your arms come back and palms are facing forward. And now you're going to go front and then back and then down. And so it's inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, inhale, exhale. And just slow, fluid, floating movements. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more like that. Okay, that's 4 directions. Now we're going to add in the last 2. So we've done above and below, front and back, and now we're going to add in to the sides. So it's the same basic start. And now when we come back here, we go out to the sides, back to the center, and down. And the breathing is very slow and rhythmic. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. To the sides. Let your jaw be relaxed. You can soften your eyes. A few more times. See if we can slow it down. One more time. Hands on a cloud and down. And just for a moment, stand and or sit in silence, keeping your attention inward and just feeling what you feel. And I feel hot. That means the chi is moving. So let us continue with the flow. So if you remember when we started, we were doing this movement. It was much more of a like physical stretch. And so now let's use that same kind of floaty arms. We're going to do one arm at a time, and you can make an enso. So starting with your left hand, like you're dipping it into water, coming up. And when you come up here, palm is going to face forward and then down. And so we inhale up, exhale down and across. In through the nose, out through the nose. And I'm gently turning my spine. And this is very restorative for the body. We're gathering and energy and then depositing it into the reservoir. And start making your enso a little smaller, turning your spine, and kind of keep making it smaller and smaller, still moving slowly and spiraling that energy in, feeling any sensations in your hands. And now just moving the wrist, spiraling, and then down. Now we'll do the other side, starting with the hand, dipping into the water, up and around, feeling your hand moving through the elements, in through the nose, out through the nose. Starting to make your enso a little smaller. And smaller, spiraling that energy in. And bringing it down so only your wrist is moving, and down. And feel into your body, into the three treasures. Okay, the next one, give me a second. I always have to run this through before I do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got it. I can't remember what this one is called, but we've been working on the three treasures. And so we're gonna start with one hand down. You can take your right hand down and the other hand is gonna be up here. And then turning your hand, actually, sorry, turn both hands this way. Your hands are facing each other. You're holding a huge golden chi ball. And then you move from your head down to your heart, down to your foundation, touching into your essence, and then drawing that up. And now we do the swishing. So we 1, 2, 3. And now our hands are opposite. So again, head to heart, touching into that essence, and then drawing drawing that up through your whole being, and then letting your hands just wave and flow. And with these, there's really no particular breathing other than slow in and out through the mouth. Once you have the basic movement, you can really soften your gaze, turn your attention inward, feeling your hands, your arms. Head to heart to essence, calming from that center, letting it express through our thoughts, through our words, through our actions. One more time. Coming down, coming up, swishing, stirring in that energy. And for a moment, let's linger here. One hand, now turn your hand above, turn this hand below. So we're really tuning into the earth energy, turning in to the cosmos, and just feeling what you feel. And then floating that arm down. Some of you know that I was recently on a trip in Hawaii on the Big Island. We did some snorkeling, and one day we saw this huge ball of bright golden fish, and they just reminded me so much of that move. 500 fish all of a sudden moving in the same direction. It was quite magical. So we're going to do a flowing movement that concentrates on these three treasures. And so seated or standing, again, you want a nice wide foundation. And then you're going to take your left hand and you're going to sweep it across. The back of your hand comes across, and now my palm is facing forward. And then it's like I'm gathering gossamer threads, very delicate, drawing that in to my lower storehouse here. So we go across to the center, across to the center. And once you have that basic movement, notice as this hand is coming across how this hand is starting to float back and float back. Just have fun with this one. Basically, your arms are just both in motion at the same time, and we're spiraling the energy in. Back to the center towards your belly button. Right hand across, gets the threads, back to your center. Left hand across, spirals in. And now we're going to do that same movement, but we're going to come up to our heart now. Right hand across, back to the heart. Left hand across, back to the heart. So we're gathering energy from the field around us, bringing it into our storehouses. So we start with the body, we move up to the heart, and now we're going to move up to the head. So we go across, and then crossing your forehead. And again, with these, breathing is just easy, in and out through the nose, doesn't need to be coordinated with anything. And moving back to the heart. really is very rhythmic. It's almost like you're swimming through the energy field. And then back to that lower belly center. And slowing down, slowing down. Let's activate those centers, just making a loose fist and tapping on your abdomen, just really lightly. You can do this with your eyes soft or closed, and just notice what you notice, the actual sensations. With tapping, it draws our attention to this body part. And now coming up to the area of your heart, you can use your fingertips, you can use your light fist if you want. Long, slow, deep inhale. Gentle exhale. And how does it feel? What are the sensations? And now same thing with your fingertips on your scalp. You can really cover your whole scalp if you want, just lightly. Just noticing how that feels. And then back down again. And back down again. You could use the open palm if you like, or use the fist. What's your medicine today? And now we're going to draw all this energy down, store it into our storehouse. For this one, I like my feet to be a little closer together. And we dip into the earth, we gather up that energy, and then hand over hand, doesn't matter which one, coming down that midline. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, really feeling your hands moving through the air. Arms are relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Let's do one more time. Ending, hand over the belly. Webs of your thumbs are knit together. And feeling warmth, groundedness, centered. And we'll end where we started, seated. We'll end with another short scan and then a guided meditation. So, assuming a comfortable seated position. And checking in. Feel your whole being settling in. If you're seated in a chair and want to sit with the support of the back, that can be very helpful. And just tune your attention inward. Do a body scan. What's changed? How has this hour affected you? Any areas of remaining attention, tuning in with emotions and thoughts and breath. Just compare the snapshots from when we started, halfway. And keeping your attention inward, bring your attention to your lower abdomen, this lower dantian we've been talking about. That's just a word that means energy field. You might want to put your hands gently over your lower belly, breathing into this space. Feel the groundedness. This is your center of physical energy, the deep reservoir. And just, I'll be quiet for a moment as you just keep your attention inward, letting this energy be still and calm, like a quiet lake, reflecting things as they truly are. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be. And now gently guide your awareness to the middle of your chest. This is the home of your qi, your vital energy. If it feels good, you could place your hands lightly over your heart. Let the breath of life move through you. This is what animates every organ, every thought, every feeling. As you breathe in, feel your chest rise. As you breathe out, falling, flowing and returning. If your mind wanders, come back to your chest. And now gently bring your awareness to your upper dantian. If it feels good to have your hands somewhere, you can gently place them on your scalp or forehead. If you prefer to have them hands up in your lap, you can do that. Keeping your attention inward, noticing what you notice, smiling into this space, maybe noticing some clarity or expanse. This is the part of you that knows peace, remembers the truth. Long, slow, deep breath, as if you're breathing from this area. And floating your hands down. And just for a moment, in any way that works for you, just feel these three treasures glowing. And tune in to the group field we've created here, people online, people in person. All our lights connecting. And for the last minute of class, let's send this bright light, this beneficial energy outwards. Could be to a friend that's recovering from surgery, could be to your whole neighborhood or community, your family, could be outwards to parts of the world, to the whole world, to the earth. Just in your own way, whatever works for you. Now let your breath become a little deeper. Letting your attention return to the room, feeling your body on the chair. can keep your attention inward, but you can maybe open your eyes, let a little light in. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes a bit. And hope you carry this beautiful energy with you into the rest of your evening. And we'll end class as we always do, dedicating the merit of our practice. Truly believe this kind of work, taking care of our own self, really benefits our friends and neighbors and world. So if you care to join me, the words are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody. Always so beautiful to be together. Good night, Zoomers. Be well. Take care. See you next week. Good night, neighbors.